Hi, I'm Kelly Hodge, Colorado Springs Country Club and Cherokee Ridge Golf Course. Today I'm going to go over target practice when you are chipping. I love to have colored items out, whether they're towels, whether they're baskets, because that's a focus point for our brain. And if we're trying to chip, most people aim right for the flag, and we're going to bounce at the flag and we're going to go too far. So I have my clients go ahead and set up different colored patterns out there or baskets. So you see I've got different colored patterns out here. You can go between or drop them on. So then you can, I have a lot of people call them out. They'll say white, red, black. But so you know what you're doing before you execute the shot. So that's what we're going to do. And in the process, I'm going to show you different clubs you can use for chipping. So I've got pitching wedge. All right. I've got my gap wedge and I've got my sand wedge, all ranging between 48 and 56 degrees. I've also got a mid iron, two mid irons to show you the difference in the roll for chips. Chipping, we want to keep the ball low, and they are going to roll. So every green you go to, it's going to be a little different with how the grass is cut and the weather conditions. So if it's a harder green, you're going to practice chipping it closer to you, say the black flag, the black towel that I have down. If it's a wet green, then I'm going to use the further towel to drop it to. Also, I can also choose the different club. If I need it to roll more, I'm going to use my pitching wedge versus not much roll at all. I'm going to use my sand wedge. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some tips here on how to chip. I'm going to start with my gap wedge, probably around 52 degree. And I'm going to use the same grip that I use out on the range. So I'm going to make sure I am in across my palm here, fingers over, fingers over. The big thing with chipping is that your hands stay ahead of the club face. So I set up with 70% on my left, and standard is to keep the ball about middle to inside your right heel. All right, and I'm going to have the back of my left hand is going to stay flat and go to the hole. And as you see, my shoulders are moving to try to come through the ball. I see a lot of this, and I see a lot of this, okay? We're keeping our triangle the same. Same for putting, only our weight is on our left for chipping. I want to get down and under and through the ball. So I have a line here, and these are snow stakes. Get them anywhere. And I like to have people go ahead and practice on the line. As if your ball was there, stay on your left, 70% on your left. If people shift, I want you to try putting your toe down. You can have a little weight over here, but this helps get under the ball and through the ball. If I get back to my right foot, I'm going to roll it, and it's going to I'm going to come across and look. So I like to have people do this. I also tell people the grip stays ahead of the club face. Grip stays ahead, so watch your hands for a bit. Is the grip staying ahead of the club face? All right, my shoulders are moving. So when we put this here, after you've practiced a little bit with that, I also like to have people just use their left arm, not locked, straight, or if you are left-handed, use your right arm. And I'm just going to try to come back and through. You want to go back the same distance as you come through with some acceleration. So I'm going to stretch back, stretch through, catching a little grass at the bottom. Then I'm going to put my right hand on. I'm going to try to stay on my line here. The line is very important. So I'm going to look at a target, and I'm going to decide which color I'm going to go to. Okay, and I'm going to say I'm going to go between I'm going to try to drop it between the white and the red. You can also drop it to a specific color. But I'm going to try between the white and the red. Okay, a little short on that one. Okay, right at the white for that one. So takes a little practice to catch the colors and the distance. But then when you go out to play, you're always looking for a spot on the ground in between you and the hole. People say, well, where would that be? And it could be a dark spot on the green. It could be a light spot. It could be somewhere that, you know, just stands out for you. It would be different for you than it would for me. But you're practicing here, honing in on a spot, so that's what you need to do in between you and the hole when you play. So this is my gap wedge. I'm going to try one more in between the white and the red. Okay, so you see I get quite a bit of roll with that, and this is a hard green. Now, I like to mix it up a little bit, and I tell people there's a little way you can manipulate the ball, keeping your same grip, same stance, and you can put it back by your right foot using your pitching wedge, and it can roll, right run, left loft. I get a little bit more. You're not going to see a crazy difference with the wedges, but you will see a little bit. So if I take my P and I'm going to, same thing, it's from my shoulders, keeping my triangle, my weight here, pulling through to the hole. I'm going to put it inside my right foot. Okay, it's going to run. Now the difference will be when I put it in between inside my left heel, same setup, and I'm putting my toe up just to show you that the weight is mostly on the left. Okay, same shot, different placement. Right run, left loft. I know my clients really enjoy that one.